Um, got a note from Steven Sipple. Stuff with Johnny Holiday was excellent. We interviewed Johnny 50 times, and you still can't cover Johnny's career. Like, there's no way to cover Johnny Holiday's career.
You interviewed Johnny 50 times, and somehow he never mentioned that he was in a plane crash.
Yeah, we were talking about it last night because he was like, "Well, DP, you had your moment, man, and glad you're here." And he's got a reconstructed nose and no spleen, and that's a tough one, right?
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
Tough's one word for it,
right? Like, that's a tough one. He was telling me a story, and we could spend this whole segment telling Johnny Holiday stories. So one of his best friends is Rick Barry, right? So Johnny's granddaughter is quite the basketball player in DC, really good basketball player. And Christmas time comes, and she's a good young lady. She's averaging 18 points a game, doing her thing. Huge Steph Curry fan. So she says for Christmas, just in passing, that she'd like a Steph Curry jersey for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So Johnny calls Rick Barry. Hey, Rick, can you, Maggie wants a Steph Curry jersey. You think you can make that happen? So, of course, Rick Barry, being Rick Barry, yeah, no problem.
He ran down to Dick's Sporting Goods and got one off the...
No.
Not off the rack?
No, first of all, he calls Del Curry. He calls Del Curry and tells the story that, hey, there's this young lady, Johnny's granddaughter wants a Steph jersey. So Del calls Steph. Say, I need a jersey for this young lady. And Steph says, well, get me her name and I'll write her a letter.
Wow.
So Steph pens a letter, hey, Maggie, thanks for being a fan. Keep up the hard work. I hear you're a great player. Make sure you take care of the academics. Appreciate your support, Steph Curry. Steph sends it. She gets it on Christmas Day. Tears everywhere.
How old is she?
She's high school. So Johnny has to send the video of them crying to Rick Barry. Rick goes, give it to me. I'll get it to Del. Del gets it to Steph.
Yeah.
Fast forward, they come to DC to play the Wiz. And they set it up so that Maggie gets to meet Steph. Now, Maggie shows up to the Wizards game wearing the signed Steph jersey.
Sure.
Steph sees her, brings her and her friends down. And then he takes pictures. He goes, and Steph asked Maggie if he can take a picture with her.
Nice. Good move.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, and then you go, part of what makes Johnny Holiday unique. Johnny's present. And Johnny doesn't take himself seriously, but he also knows the value of his good, right? To do that thing and have that thing show up the way that it did. But Johnny's also the dude that in a pandemic, when we didn't have games or stuff to cover, I reach out and he says, I'll do your show. And then he proceeds to do the show every week just out of his goodness.
Yeah.
He's sharing us with his friends. He's sharing us with Ray Knight. He's sharing us with Joe Theismann. He's sharing us with Mark Turgeon and Gary Williams and Walt Williams and Lamont Jordan. And last night was surreal because, one, you didn't really know. I didn't know if you were ever going to see Johnny Holiday again. Right?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
They're here in town. Maryland hadn't visited. The broadcast team was staying home. And we sat at the table. We just sat there at the table. There were actually a couple of listeners who walked by and was like, oh my God. Like, oh. And Johnny found it amusing. He's like, look at you with your little fan base. I'm like, this is about you. And then, Danny Manning walks by and
different fan base.
Right, different fan base altogether. And then, of course, Chris Nockey, who 20-point scorer in college.
Yeah.
DC kid. I coached his son in high school. Great family. His daughter's now part of the Maryland Athletics broadcast team. So, she does good work.
And you said he's doing color on the broadcast. Is that right?
He's the color announcer. Actually, his daughter is now at Utah State.
Oh, okay.
With my buddy Scott Gerard.
Sure.
Right?
Because that's how the world works.
Right. I keep explaining to people how the universe works. Like, Jay Foreman's a DC kid at heart. Like, he's a Nebraska legend, but he's a DC kid.
Was it on the stream, him and Johnny sitting there and talking for 10 minutes?
Yeah, they got a little bit of it, right? To listen to.
I didn't know if the video caught it or not.
Right, that they're talking about. So Jay's family's Frederick, Maryland. Johnny lives in the area, right? They're gonna play golf together. Like, there's no question that's gonna happen.
Drag Tom along.
Right, like that thing. And then he said, let Jake Sorensen go and play along. But we spent 30 minutes last night talking about playing golf with John and Jay and Tom. And then we start talking about just the history, and we talked about Johnny being the first MC for a Beatles concert in America, and the last one.
Yeah. I knew
the last one.
I knew the story of the last one out of Candlestick, right? I didn't know the story of the first one.
Yeah, and and him telling the Sly Stone story, Billy Preston. He's hung out with everybody. The story of him and Joe DiMaggio. Like, so they had the old timers game in DC at RFK Stadium back in the day. It's the one that Luke Appling. It's the very first one. Luke Appling hits the first pitch out. Like, 75-year-old Luke Appling hits a home run on the first pitch of the old times game. But before the game, Johnny was doing the play-by-play, but he was also doing the features. And his hero is Joe DiMaggio. And so here comes Joe DiMaggio and sits down and does an interview with him. And Johnny just recalling that story of, okay, I have to remember that for as long as I live. Like, the feeling that when somebody who looks up to you asks you for an interview.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I raised my hand. I was like, yeah, thanks. Like, I appreciate that. He was telling the stories of, almost running into Jim Brown. He talks the story about doing PA, doing the public address for the Cleveland Browns from the sideline, like near the bench. And he's just walking around with a microphone and a speaker. Right, doing the PA announcing, right, and you go,
they should definitely do that again,
right? Like,
that's incredible.
We would want that to happen, right? He's there with the Giants, San Francisco Giants. So he's in that era of greatness. He was a studio pre and post game guy for the Washington Nationals with Ray So those stories are phenomenal, and there's some spring training stories that would shake the room, and it's great stuff to hear. His basketball, so him being a radio guy, and they had a basketball team called the Wonders.
Okay.
And imagine
in DC.
Yeah, so imagine like radio disc jockeys, DC, San Francisco, and they traveled all over the place.
Oh, okay.
But imagine you're going to play the ticket in a charity basketball game.
Yeah.
And you're expecting to face Johnny Holiday, but Rick Barry walks in a Wonders jersey, right? And you would think, he tells a story that you would think that Rick Barry knows his place, right? That he knows it's charity and he's just going to be the facilitator. But no, Rick Barry decided, look, I'm going to let you know I'm Rick Barry. And we're going to put up buckets, right?
I imagine it would be like asking for Sean to take it easy on anybody
right,
today.
Or strict. Right, like you just go.
Jay, I think would play the role
until you pushed him.
Until you pushed him,
and then you're
getting a clothesline in the lane,
right? Like I did until you pushed him, and he just went, "Okay, you forgot I'm Jay Foreman, and that's not my fault." Yeah, he tells the story. Yeah, Johnny, they had the really cool uniforms. Matter of fact, I think I shared the picture with you of them doing what they do. But literally anybody who does this for a living now or in the past 30, 40 years is paying homage and tribute to Johnny Holiday. because his book was a bestseller, From Rock to Jack. Just telling the stories of Jefferson Starship, hanging out with Grace Slick and all the different musical acts, right? People that he's emceed and came, he had to interview and be a part of, and then the transition into sports, and to do it. I mean, again, now he called Washington football games and Nationals and Bullets and Wizards and Capitals and the Olympics and the Masters and Indy 500 and Daytona, and you just go, okay, he's the timeline for sports and music in this country. And Hullabaloo, the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
So pre-American Bandstand, just think Hullabaloo. And again, the stories of the different acts who showed up on Hullabaloo that, and he had all the catchphrases, right? He had all the really cool rock and roll catchphrases and all the like. So it was kind of cool to be in the space with him. Great insight on Maryland basketball, Maryland football, because he's there. He's like, his meeting this morning was with Danny Manning. He's going through the process. He's around the players. He's around the leadership. I think it was a great cross section that if you took Maryland football and Nebraska basketball, they've never been great at the same level. And they've gone through problems at the same level, which is weird for programs that also had Maryland basketball national championship level, ACC caliber, and Nebraska football, where the programs are really at a high level and they're not, and it's weird.
Yeah.
But the basketball and football programs are not where they should be and never have been. And the fan base, he was talking about the fan base that, as he said, 80% of the fan base are great Terp fans. There's 20% that's just loud and mean and troublemaking.
Sure. And online.
Right. Well, and I mean, Johnny's made it. He said last night, I made the point to stay offline because most of the people
he's a smart man.
Yeah, most of the people that are talking don't know what they're talking about. And he said it was amazing how many people speak in his voice. Like, right, that he's calling games and the people will use that to say negative things. And it's like, no. And he goes, it's not many people. Like, he's loud in that it's not many people. But the Maryland fans who are angry are louder than the people who are truly supportive. And I just looked at him and I just went, wow. Right. I get it. This is what it is.
Yeah.
This is what it is. So, and then of course it's great to see Tom. Like, it's great to have Tom.
He fell right back into it, huh? Like,
right.
That segment started and I could have sworn it was DP and Stevens, like nothing had changed.
Well, it's way more important for Tom to be healthy and happy than it is for him to do sports radio every day.
Yeah, but I'd like him to do sports radio every day.
Well, we'd all like that, but we knew how it was affecting him.
I know.
Right? Like, it was affecting him.
I'm selfish, DP.
So am I. So am I. That's why I said I missed him, because Tom's such a good heart, right? And it's like Schaefer. When you get to see Schaefer for a day, it makes you recognize how much you miss having him every day. So, I told Tom, we'll pick a day and he'll have his once a week show and we'll move whoever we have to move, and make that happen. I think ideally in the future, like the teammates thing might be like Tom, because that's like a good energy space.
For sure. Well, and then he could stick around, hang out with Raph and AD.
Yeah. Like, that would be perfect.
That'd be so much fun.
Like that. I mean, he knows them that way. So, I think that today will push me to push that a little more, because you get to see, I mean, there was joy in Tom's face today.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like, you could see the joy It is hard.
I got to
right?
tell you though, I had a dream last night. Knowing Tom was coming in today, I had a
Uh.
dream last night that he came in wearing like a stocking cap beanie, one of those slouch beanies, half on his head,
Yeah.
completely unshaven, like he had gone full, like almost like he needed a hacky sack,
Right.
sort of guy. So I was a little disappointed that wasn't the version of Tom Stevens that came in today. But it was still good to see Tom,
Right.
know?
Like it was just his spirit. Like when he walked in the room, it felt like, yeah, it's normal.
Normal.
It's normal. It's normal. And I am. What's the over under on how much time Rico spends with Johnny until Johnny has to go to the shoot around at 11 o'clock?
Well, I assume they stopped over at Muchachos, grabbed a breakfast burrito or something like that.
Right.
Hopefully they grabbed a fruitcake on their way out. They're sitting in the lobby of the hotel, cup of coffee and a fruitcake, something like that.
Well, I'd imagine they spent time in the hotel,
Yeah.
just shooting it. I thought about like handing the show over to Rico at 10:30 and then going to shoot around.
Sure.
But then I also thought, oh, conflict of interest. Probably not. Like, so I have to paint this picture for you. So, when the flight landed, Johnny's like, okay, I'll let you know when the flight lands and we'll just go somewhere and meet up. And I'm like, well, there's a restaurant in your hotel. We can just meet there. And he's like, cool, I'll meet you in the lobby. And I was at home and I had just had a workout. And so it was a little
humble
sweaty.
brag. Sure.
No, a little sweaty, a little sweaty, but I wanted to just go and just hang out, but I couldn't wear what I was wearing. Yeah. So then it was like, all right, I was going to go just redress, which in Lincoln means I'll grab Husker stuff and just throw it on in whatever combination and hit the door. Except it's Johnny Holiday and it's Maryland, which is home, right? And I'm like, it would be disrespectful for me to show up in Nebraska gear, but it would also be disrespectful if I showed up in Maryland gear. So it's the first time in a long time, Mark, that I stood in my closet and just stood there like, what in the world can I do? Like, do I wear a Maryland t-shirt and a Nebraska hoodie? Because it was like 8 degrees. So like I was going to need layers anyway. Yeah. I'm like, do I wear a Nebraska t-shirt and a Maryland pullover?
I'm picturing you with two hangers going back and forth between the two in front of you in the mirror.
Oh, it was nightmarish. It was nightmarish. So probably 5 minutes before I finally just land on just go neutral.
Yeah.
Just go neutral. Go neutral.
That was your plan today too, I see.
Yeah.
Neutral.
Well, it was the same thing. Yeah. It was that deal, right? I'm like I know the pictures we took today will go viral back in DC. Because again, that's 3 DC folks who have some pull and cachet. But I couldn't be in all Nebraska stuff, I think, because they would have looked at me. Now I'll wear Nebraska stuff to the game tonight.
Yeah.
Which is a really loud statement. Like that's a really loud statement that Maryland's playing and I'm gonna wear Nebraska gear. Like there are gonna be people at home like, dude, what? Really?
I'm sorry, he's ours now.
Right, like that's really what it is. Yeah. That I have to accept that. So if you see me at the game tonight, just give me a fist bump. Say what's up. Give me a fist bump. Here's also a thing. If you see me at the game tonight and you speak to me and I don't speak back, it's not because I'm being a jerk. This afternoon, I'm having oral surgery. And it's going to be pretty messy. Like I know it's going to be. If I make it to the game, it means one, I feel, luckily I feel good enough to do that.
Or you're still on the drugs.
On the drugs.
Yeah, and you don't realize where you are.
Right. I would just flow through. So whatever I yell, if I yell something weird, my apologies in advance. If I ignore you or don't respond, I apologize in advance. Yeah, I'm not real sure how this is going to go. I'm really not sure how this is going to go.
Just take lots of video. The rest of us need to see.
I'm I'll be the kid in the back seat. Is this real life?
Yeah, right.
Is this real life? I don't. Yeah, and I want to thank the folks in advance. And this is also to put a flag in the moon. I want to thank the folks from Williamsburg Dental for taking care of me later today.
In advance.
I'm going to thank you in advance because I hate going to the dentist. Today is why.
Mhm.
As Becky likes to say, if you went to the dentist regularly like you're supposed to, it would be less pain each time compared to when you go and get the big work done. And I disagree. Because it sucks. It sucks. And this is one where they're gonna. What if you're in the sitting in the corner slobbering? Like, dab it up, Joe. If you see me with just slob running around my face because I can't feel it, I won't be able to feel it. I'll have a mask on, but I may.
If the mask is soaked.
If this mask is soaked and it's drenched,
just throw another one on him.
Yeah,
and keep walking,
just hand me one or grab a napkin from the concession stand and dab away. Be delicate, be gentle, because I don't know what's gonna hurt, and I don't want to know what's going on. Hey DP, it's Jay from Culligan. Jay, what's up, man?
Hey Jay.
I hear you on the wardrobe struggles. When my wife and I go out, we work out a lot, and we have sweatpants and sweatshirts, and that's not exactly out attire. We struggle with all the time. Yeah, you do you. Yeah, I'm a fan of grown-up Garanimals. You remember the Garanimal outfits?
Yeah, I know the Garanimals.
Right. Combinations that are simple. I don't have to think about it.
That matches with that.
I don't want to.
Go.
Like, if I get a bunch of Nebraska stuff, top and bottom, guess what? I'm never going to cross over. Like, I'm never going to cross logos. So I'm not going to have on Nike shoes and Adidas pants and top. Like, I'm not going to be that dude.
Yeah, but that makes you a different dude for what it's worth.
Well, but I just
you make a choice one way or the other.
It's a part of the culture.
I get it.
Look, if you're gonna go Jordan, go Jordan. If you're gonna go Under Armour, go Under Armour. But don't.
Do you have to go full Jordan? Like, or can it be Jordan and Nike?
Well, purposefully, it should be all Jordan brand. It should be Jordan brand because it's unique.
Well, and
it's sloppy to do.
It's a world I don't understand very well. So I thought it was interesting when Michigan said we're not Nike anymore, we're Jordan.
We're Jordan.
Yeah, like obviously a purposeful move, right?
A different level.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, North Carolina's Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Now it pays off. It pays very well to be Jordan. There are Nike programs, but then there's Jordan programs. Culturally, I know, like, my friends, especially in circles that we run in with, like, athletes, they don't want to cross brands. Like, don't do it. Like, they'll look at you funny. Like, what is wrong? Like, did you give up? Is this a cry for help?
Look, I'm just rocking my New Balances.
Right.
My Levi jeans.
Right. And if I wear New Balance, I have questions to answer. Like, there are going to be people like, is this a cry for help? Like, you have a New Balance, bro. Like, did you ran out of shoes? Like, is everything else ruined?
My t-shirt today came via a subscription service because I don't buy shirts. So I had to sign up for someone to just send me shirts.
Oh,
we live in different worlds.
Right? Like, it's just purposeful. So we'll have that discussion. Shoe game is a part of the discussion as well. Shoes that you can wear, shoes that you cannot wear, what's appropriate and when it is.
Yeah, I have questions.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll answer those questions on 101. We'll be right back.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Are you tired of lousy internet and faceless customer service? It's time to experience local, honest, hassle-free, and exceptional. That's the Allo Promise. We not only provide crazy fast fiber internet, crystal clear TV, and dependable phone service, but we choose to become a part of the communities that we serve and love when everyone calls or stops by our store to say hello. So, don't settle for mediocre, settle for exceptional with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/local.
At Buffalo Wings and Rings, they've crafted a new league of superior chicken sandwiches. Meet the Ringers. It's premium, house-made, beer-battered, fried chicken served Buffalo, Korean, or MVP style. Head to Buffalo Wings and Rings Lincoln and raise a glass to superior chicken. 2 locations at 68th and O and at 40th and Old Cheney. Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $22.07 per hour and other select jobs starting at $23.77 per hour, with wages growing up to $29.71 per hour. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Acres Equipment, Nebraska's premier John Deere dealer. We support farmers, ranchers, landowners, local governments, contractors, and more. Largest inventory around, and we deliver. Precision ag specialists creating the highest yields. Mobile technicians covering the state. And we're there for the home team on game day. Acres, solutions for every field.
You spend more time in your garage than outdoors in the wintertime. Isn't it time to get it organized? Call Travis at Classic Garage Solutions for his variety of organization packages. Turn your garage from a cluttered mess to a clean, organized space that'll be the envy of the neighborhood and something you can be proud of. You don't need to bring the same clutter from last year into the new year. Travis has storage options for cabinets, monkey bar shelving, or slat wall, and more. Call Classic Garage Solutions today at 402-730-1638.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Sunny, breezy, but very mild. We'll top out at 58. A west-northwest wind could gust over 25 at times. We'll see mainly clear skies tonight with a low dropping down to 16. Cooler tomorrow, a high of around 46, but by Sunday, we could be right back into the 60s. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 330 North 48th Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arns. In state wrestling, Class A Lincoln East is sitting in second as a team. They are trailing Millard South with 85 points to their 54 points. It will have 5 wrestlers go on to the semifinal matchups on Friday. Lincoln Southwest sits at 8th with 36 points. They will have 3 wrestlers advance to the semifinals on Friday. Hunter Jacobson, with a record of 40-5 in the 120 weight class, will kick things off. Lincoln Pius X is slotted at 11th with 26.5 points, and Lincoln Southeast with 18 points sits at 17. Lincoln High, Lincoln North Star, and Lincoln Northeast are all tied with only 4 points. In Class B, Waverly sits at 3rd with 51 points. In girls basketball, Lincoln Lutheran won their sub-district final over Malcolm 48-27. Waverly lost to Beatrice 45-30, and Norris won against Blair in a one-score game 41-39. This has been your High School Minute, sponsored by Southeast Community College, with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford. Learn more today at southeast.edu.
You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rico joins me on one-on-one. I want to get to the Starter Heyman text line. Thank you guys for adding to the conversation. Again, for the compliments on the Johnny and Tom and Jay. Look, I love that. I'm glad we could do that for you. He is a legend. The word legend is thrown around, but Johnny Holiday's a legend, and so is Tom. Joe, seriously, if you see me and I'm slobbering on myself this afternoon, just grab a napkin and dab away. I don't know how medicated I'm going to be. I don't know what kind of condition I'm going to be. If I'm there, slightly surprised. Like right now I'm 50-50.
You ain't gonna be there.
50-50. Well, it's only because it's Maryland and Johnny's there and Chris Nocky's there. Like I kind of want to.
You want to be there.
Like you kind of want to be there. We'll see. Brian T says, "What's up, DP? What's up, big man? We'll be on the lookout for you if not stuck in the student section. Go Big Red. Yeah, please do. Please stop by. Make sure I'm not slumped and I'm not drooling. Pecan Pie says, "What's up, DP? What's up?" Agreed. If you wear Nike shoes, don't wear Under Armour shirt. You must align your branding at all times. Now, Mark doesn't understand that thinking and theory, and I'm a member of the club where that sort of thing will get you barred and charred.
See, the problem with that was in college. At first, what were we? At first, we were Russell when I first got there, and then there was a discussion that was supposedly asked of the athletes. I don't remember ever being asked what brand they wanted us to be. Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, whatever. And pretty sure everybody on the track team was like, Nike, please, dear God, Nike. We went with Under Armour. The problem is Under Armour didn't make spikes at the time.
In those situations, I understand.
So we had people with Nike, like, your personal spikes, and they were like, you can wear whatever. So we had people with Nike, Adidas, New Balance, like all those different spikes with Under Armour tops and shorts.
I loved Adidas Sprinter spikes.
Yes, they're the best.
But
that was the year.
I loved Nike for long jump.
Also, yes.
Right?
The thing was, that was 2012, the Olympics. It was the gold bottom neon Nike spikes.
Got it.
Everybody wanted them. I got a pair.
Yeah.
They were fantastic.
Yeah, I would switch shoes, which would drive my track coach nuts. So I was the lead in all the sprint relays. So I was always the lead off guy. And then I would, in between events, I would run down and get put on my jumping spikes. And there was a time where I would only go with the flats, and then had to learn how to adjust those things and figure out what I was going to do. But the rules of this, like the rules of these, don't cross up. You can go base logo. So a product that is not branded for the sake of loud branding. Miss Davis, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
What's going on? Don't get nervous now.
I'm not nervous.
Uh-huh. Graduation notices?
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. We'll take care of that for you. Is mine more special than the rest?
You're saying special.
Mine is way more special than yours.
Oh, look at that.
See?
Hold on.
See?
You got to hold this up to the camera.
Yeah. Midget man. She hits you.
She's so nice. See, mine is special.
Yeah.
Mine's personalized.
Yeah. Oh, mine's personal.
Yours just says DP. That's your name.
Nice.
That's your name. This is personalized.
This is nice.
That's a nickname. Don't change
Yeah.
his now. Don't change his now.
See? There you go.
Whatever.
Ha ha.
Garbage.
Winning.
Whatever.
Winning.
Whatever. Dude.
Winning. I won. I'm the best. Thank you.
For the
We will
other
make
people.
Sure we will make this happen, and we're proud of you. And you made your decision on where you're going to school. Where are you going? Northwest Missouri State. Why?
They have a really good program.
For
Academics.
just in general. Okay.
I mean, it's okay.
It's okay. It's
Maryville's all
I say
right.
that because Kearney and
Maryville's all right. I mean, they
Right.
good. They all right, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's fair.
Whatever.
That's fair. Everybody good in the family? Okay. Well, can you hang out until the break and I'll give you a hug? Proper hug. Thank you. Thank you. So it's
You can hang out in here. You can go wherever.
well, we have bagels and
Oh yeah, bagels and donuts.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah. I kind of figured that's what it was. Cassie Davis, again, Joe Davis and Ambition Electric. She's graduating from Norris, and she dropped off graduation notices, and we're proud of her. We're very proud of her and what she's doing. Yeah. So to figure out, so the rule, I think shoes and shirt should match.
Okay.
And if the pants can match, perfect. As long as the pants are a generic brand.
Uh-huh.
But if it's branded another way, don't mix Under Armour with Nike pants and an Under Armour shirt. Don't do that.
Now, when I would work out, I didn't really care what I
Workouts,
was
I
wearing.
don't care. Workout, I don't care.
But like if I was like just wearing stuff, I'd have my, the Under Armour shorts that they gave us because at Kearney for track they gave you a shirt and shorts and that was it.
We had Champion. If it gives you any idea how old
We had Russell.
Russell Champion.
We had Russell. I got there in 2012 at the University of Nebraska Kearney. We were Russell brand.
This was 1980, and it was the old cotton shirts.
Yeah.
And
You know why we were Russell brand?
Why?
Because UNL, our sister school, well, our mother school, pretty much,
yeah.
took all the funding. It's fine. It's
They
whatever.
got everything. So,
Whatever. But yeah, it was fine. It was fine. And I would find myself wearing like Under Armour socks or something and Adidas shoes because I did not I had Under Armour socks to try and match with my uniform, but I didn't want to wear any type of Under Armour shoes.
I love Under Armour because their shoes are light. I don't feel like I'm wearing shoes, which is great for like walking around and being casual. Not great for working out and playing in. Like
Makes
I don't
sense.
know how Steph plays in them. Like I'm sorry, he doesn't roll his ankle like all the time.
No, I bought a pair of Under Armour shoes for my senior year to run in, and they were okay. Like
They're
to
light.
practice in, they
They're
were
really
okay.
light. They're
They
really
were
light.
okay, but I still preferred Adidas.
They're light. They're light, and it was there.
Adidas,
Adidas.
as the people across the
all
pond
day
say.
I dream.
Stop.
Right, like that was like we're so childish. So yeah. So John says this. What's up, DP? What's up, John? He goes, I had a root canal done, and the best tip I received was to eat as much as you can before you go, because you won't be able to chew. You can bite your tongue without knowing it. Cold packs will be your friend. I slept in the recliner because it hurt to lay down. In the future, listen to your wife and go to the dentist more often. John. So imagine 10 years ago, my mouth was a mess.
Okay.
It was a mess. So they straightened my teeth, they cleaned my gums, like the whole thing, right? And you go through those phases where they shrink, they try to manipulate your teeth into space.
That whole fun process,
right? And you go through the process. And I got pretty regular and consistent, and I got it to where my mouth was in good shape. Then I'm in DC for the government, and then I moved to Lincoln. So I lose my dentist. I lose my contacts as far as like people who know what's required. And then the pandemic hits, and I was not going to
the dentist
engage.
The dentist with your mouth wide open.
Yeah,
a pandemic.
right. Like everything about it went, that's really stupid.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Like, don't do it.
We had scheduled, the first time that I had gone to the dentist since I was, I don't know, like 10 last year. And that, it was fun. We go every 6 months.
And so, but to backload it, I had a really bad dental experience in Utah where the dentist, it was some Edward Scissorhands work, man. Just like
let's just get in your
12
mouth and start
12
messing with
blades
you.
and no purpose and just slash, cut.
But did you die?
I thought I did.
But did you die?
I thought I did.
That wasn't that bad then.
No, I thought I did. And it kept me away for a few years. And that's how I got in such bad shape because I cringed at the idea and the thought of going to the dentist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first time they did half and half with the deep cleaning, but it's not really deep. It's not cleaning. It's cleaning, but that's not the purpose.
Stabbing.
Yeah, it's cutting at each tooth and then going in with
getting whatever
with metal.
Yeah. And then you get this. Just thinking about it, just
right. The sound.
The
sound of that little instrument against bone.
I'm like, can you just use the water pick the entire time?
Yeah,
like even when that like shoots into my gums and it hurts, I don't want the sound of the metal. And they're just like, oh, this one's a little dirty, and they're just like,
and they've got the thing that's the suction, right? That's happening.
That never works.
Right, which is
the one
just
that
terrible.
they put like in your mouth and you have to like
Yeah.
hold it,
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, it'll get all the water, and then you're sitting there with water just like in the back of your throat, and you're like, I can't swallow it, and I can't like spit it out, and
because
you're
you
like,
really shouldn't swallow
yeah,
it.
so you're like trying to like maneuver it, like tilt your head, but you don't want to tilt your head because there's metal
and
pokey
letting them
things in your mouth.
know and letting them know, hey, I've got a reserve back here.
Yeah. So then when
that
they
you should probably
when
get
they're
to.
done, they tip you up. You're just like, whoa.
You know, and it's there, and then it's days of so they knew I was in trouble, but they said, okay, so we can put you under. But I didn't want the anesthesia because I'm like, no, I don't handle anesthesia well. But they're no, we'll give you a local, but then you have to hear everything they're doing.
I hate it.
Like I put on headphones and it didn't help.
Because you can feel it.
You can feel and
then
hear
you
it.
can hear it's your inner ear. You can hear it through your mouth and your ear.
Right. And it's just like, okay, I don't want to know what you're doing. And then there's the moment where they hit something. And they know they hit something, but they're gonna act like they didn't hit something.
It's the pause.
Right. And I'm like,
Ooh, does Mark have dental stories?
Cursing in my head.
And they ask you questions, and they're like, "Oh, so what are you doing this summer?" And you're like, "I can't talk to you."
It is a 90-minute one-sided conversation of her singing to whatever Christine Aguilera.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Like
was
whatever,
she good?
right? Whatever.
But was she good?
Adele song is on that they're singing poorly in your ear, like it's. Right. Yeah, I got a big weekend planned. We're going to the mountains.
They're just telling you their life story. You're just like, cool.
Mark.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Like 5-year-olds go to the dentist, right?
Uh-huh.
And don't complain about it.
Right. They don't have a microphone, little bastards. Little bastards. Look.
But you know what 5-year-olds do complain about? If you give them the wrong bowl. So I don't want to hear it.
They walk out of there with bubblegum fluoride on their teeth. And
they don't know any better.
They're happy about it.
Did you not? Okay, so
a 5-year-old isn't getting a saw in their mouth.
Yeah, it's like, because it's nothing to screw up. Nothing's been screwed up yet.
They can eat nothing but candy for like 3 months, and their teeth will be fine.
And don't remember any of it.
Well, and that's true. They're just going to fall out anyway.
Exactly.
Those teeth don't matter.
Right. Like
I get that.
Those teeth have no feeling.
Yeah, but to me, it was, I understand what you guys are doing. Can you just do it in quiet? Peace and quiet.
Scrape my teeth.
Can you shut up? And I don't want to hear this.
Can you shear my teeth with no noise?
Because it's a song, and the scraping. It's
a scrape. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
like
scraping. It's terrible. It's
for
terrible.
future reference. Don't ever do that again.
Oh, it's just like, there are people driving down the road.
I didn't like that.
There are people down the road who just swerved, going, ah.
What's happening?
There's entire people who make YouTube careers doing what he just did. So yeah,
no, if we see, okay, so here's
I don't have the nails.
No, but imagine that, like, there's a part of me that wants to video this live.
There's a part of me that wants that too.
DP is going to be on his vlog. Hey y'all, this is this is DP. I'm at the dentist.
Say what up, Dr. Sloan.
Yeah.
She just looks at it. All right.
Right. And then she's full out performing at that point.
Remember, like and subscribe.
Like she's really singing at this point. Now I have to say, the folks at Williamsburg,
What up, my D people?
right,
Deep people.
it's perfect. They're real, like, so I like these folks, and they weren't obnoxious and they were fun. I'm like, okay, so I'll let you hurt me without complaining.
You've earned the right.
You've earned the right to hurt me.
I'm
and
gonna
we'll see.
say something off air.
But if they screw, but I'm just putting this in advance. Williamsburg Dental, I love you, thank you. But if you screw this up, everybody's gonna know.
We're gonna have to suffer.
We have to take a break.
Yeah, let's take a break. We'll finish one-on-one when we come back.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $22.07 per hour and other select jobs starting at $23.77 per hour, with wages growing up to $29.71 per hour. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Shopping at Myers Cork and Bottle, 13th and South, and by tuning into Thirsty Thursdays with Kevin Myers, because sports are better with a drink in your hand and a friend at your side.
What does better service mean? At Allo, it means that you get the best fiber internet available at prices that work for you. Better service means installers who show up on time. Better service means no billing shenanigans. Better service means a real person answers the phone. If you're not paying for better service, what are you paying for? Get Allo. Get better service. Switch today at allofiber.com/better service.
At Buffalo Wings and Rings, they've crafted a new league of superior chicken sandwiches. Meet the Ringers. It's premium, house-made, beer-battered, fried chicken served Buffalo, Korean, or MVP style. Head to Buffalo Wings and Rings Lincoln and raise a glass to superior chicken. 2 locations at 68th and O and at 40th and Old Cheney. Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC. And things have obviously been pretty challenging lately with new vehicles, with all the microchip and supply chain issues, but things continue to loosen up as Coppell gets more and more new vehicles in each and every week. We've had many customers also custom order their vehicles. So if you don't see what you want in our current inventory, we can put an order in to get exactly what you want. So go online, reserve your new vehicle at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
You spend more time in your garage than outdoors in the wintertime. Isn't it time to get it organized? Call Travis at Classic Garage Solutions for his variety of organization packages. Turn your garage from a cluttered mess to a clean, organized space that'll be the envy of the neighborhood and something you can be proud of. You don't need to bring the same clutter from last year into the new year. Travis has storage options for cabinets, monkey bar shelving, or slat wall, and more. Call Classic Garage Solutions today at 402-730-1638.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Beatrice Bakery on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Why are you slamming doors?
We're going to put out an APB on Jay Foreman.
Yeah, I think we have a problem. So, Jay Foreman.
Oh, he's got it.
It's in the folder?
Got it.
Okay.
in the one-on-one folder. There's a scene in Little Shop of Horrors where he goes to the dentist, and Steve Martin is an evil dentist. He's an evil dentist, and he enjoys it too much.
You'll be a dentist. You have a talent for causing things. Son, be a dentist. People will pay you to be inhumane. Your temperament's wrong for the priesthood, and teaching would suit you still. Son, be a dentist. You'll be a success.
That's what
you're gonna sound like.
That's what I'm gonna sound like a little bit.
But yeah, anyways, we're gonna put an APB out on Jay Foreman.
Yeah, because his truck's here, but he's missing.
So Jay was leaving when I was leaving to take Johnny Holiday back to his hotel. He looked like he was going towards the restroom. So I was like, all right, whatever. Tom walked out with me. He got in his car. Him and Johnny talked for a little bit. Then he got in his car. Then he took off. When I took off, I come back. Jay's car is still here. I hear the fan in the bathroom. I think he's in there. I went to go check. Fan's on. Nobody's in the bathroom. I go check Jay's car. He's not in his car.
Okay, Jay Foreman, you need to text in and report.
If you kidnap Jay, can you at least let us know so we know where he's at?
All right. Whatever's in play.
Like, just so we know he's like with someone. Like,
okay, I'm uncomfortable right now because Nick has the headphones on in the production suite.
What are you doing?
And he's listening to reggae.
Well, he's listening to us, but he has reggae on.
He's listening to Bob Marley.
What are you doing?
Can you guys hear this behind
but
me?
he's not moving in a reggae sort of
He's
vibe.
not. Well,
I need a tambourine.
No,
you don't need a tambourine
for Bob Marley.
Well, I don't know, something that I just feel like I need to groove some way.
What is going on?
He was just like I don't know.
I was snapping back and forth too.
What was going on?
Like, don't move your arms like that. What is
this? Just sway them?
That's
What
not
is
reggae.
that?
That's
That
not a
is
reggae
not
movement.
reggae.
Unless you move your hips with your arms. There you go.
Yeah,
there you go, Mark.
I don't know what's going on.
Well,
in
you
there.
know how he dances, and you know him.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, you know me.
None of this is a surprise.
I am.
Can you guys hear the music in the background?
Very lightly.
I can't hear it, and it makes it worse. Like now, I hear it.
It's gonna be
like stay there,
right.
Kevin.
This is your home.
Yeah,
this is your home. This is where you
Come
stay.
on, Kevin James. This is your. This.
Oh yeah, that's kind of movie we need.
This is your lane right there.
Nice and easy.
We don't.
Q-tip.
We don't need no Q-tip.
Q-tip.
We
Throw it away.
We don't need no pizza. We don't need pizza. They got food there.
Get out.
Yeah, that's what that just looked like. It was Hitch full on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. You absolutely do. Coach Sams is on the show with the captain.
Ooh,
that's gonna be a good one tonight. PBA 8:00 tip. Huskers fighting Turtles of Maryland.
I don't care what anybody says. I love Maryland's uniforms and everything. I love the flag incorporated. I don't care what you say.
Fighting Turtles. Cassie's graduating. We're so proud of her. Well done.
Hey, shout out to Cassie.
Yeah, well done. Happy birthday, Jay Foreman. Williamsburg Dental. I love you. I'll see you soon. Be kind. I'm out.